Hello everyone and welcome to Plaisir Flower channel. This week I'm going to teach you a trick if you want to do a dinner party but you don't have a vase. If you're on a budget and you want to have a beautiful table and you have some friends coming over, or maybe if you have a date and you're cooking and you just want a little something in the center of your table, I'm going to show you how to do that. For this small task, you don't really need many things to buy from outside. Most of them you'll have at home, like a pair of scissors, a kitchen knife, perhaps cutters. If you are passionate about flowers, you may already have a cutter, but if you don't, you can still work for your scissors, although that's not my favorite because you're going to make the blades not to be as sharp. So invest in a little cutter for yourself. They're not very expensive. With a few dollars you can grab one. And the only thing you may not have at home is a double-sided tape, a piece of cellophane, and an Oasis foam. Oasis foam, you can just get it from a craft store, or you can just walk into your closest florist. I'm sure they'll be happy to give you one. They're very, very cheap. So your Oasis foam, you want to cut it in half. Oops. And soak it in water. Now, that's where you need your bucket of water. Any kind of bucket will be fine. Just going to make sure that you can see this. These are not obstructing your view. But what's very important when soaking an Oasis foam is that you don't push it down. You let it go in and you give it the time it needs to absorb all the water. If I push it with my hand all the way down, yes, it will get wet, but the center will not be wet. And your flower stem goes in the center and they won't be able to drink as much and they'll die a lot sooner. So let it sit there. You can see it's going down and it's absorbing on its own. It's going to take 15-20 minutes, no more than that. So pre-plan this from maybe an hour before you start doing your arrangement. I already have one pre-soaked. So here's my half pre-soaked Oasis foam. As you can see, it's much darker and it's now very heavy because it's full of water. So you open up your cellophane, place it on your table, you put your Oasis foam in the center of it, and you just bunch this up. Bunch, as if you're making a wrapping. Yeah, just like that. You take your double-sided tape and you tape it around the sides twice. So I go one here, all the way around, tightly. Can you see? Yeah. There, and you can easily cut it with your hand. And then I'm going to do one more, a little bit lower. Here. Here and here. Doesn't have to be straight, don't worry about it. You're not going to see this mechanics at all. Then you take the top just like that. So you have your double-sided tape here. We're going to remove the tape in a minute, but I first want to cut this part. I'm left-handed, so bear with me. So you cut it all the way to the top. Okay, and you don't need the rest of this. So now it looks something like this. The end is covered with cellophane. All the way around you have the double-sided tape. and the top is nicely and cleanly cut. That's your base. Now I'm going to open the double-sided tape and expose the sticky side. Okay, that is one side, one tape done, and you do the same thing with the other tape. And now comes the fun part. The magic starts here. These amazing leaves, Astabistra, I've got a segment on these and all the things you can do with them, and this is another beautiful thing you can do with them. They're very large, they're very big. So for this size, I want to cover all of this foam. I only need half of it. So I'm going to measure it. And yeah, this size a bit lower. Yeah, this size is good. So I'm going to cut it to here. There's going to be a bit of waste, but that's okay. Okay, and then you stick it on your double-sided tape. See, there, it's covered it. And you do this with all four sides, and voila. Now, as you can see, it's surpassing a little bit my square. So I'm going to fix that. Very easily. You can cut leaves very, very easily. This one didn't go as low as I wanted it, so I do it again. You can just remove it and reattach it. And voila, you have yourself a really cute and unique vase. I like to trim it a bit. Take a few minutes and design your leaf as you like it. I like the top to be a little bit sharp, even sharper than it is now, so that you can see your flowers even better. It's almost like a teepee. There, and there. There's your beautiful little container. Now we're going to put some flowers in there. The easiest thing to do is to do your leaf work first, but again, that's a personal choice for each florist. Myself, I actually like to add my leaves at the end for larger flowers, for larger bouquets, because I like to see what my flowers look like, and then I add the leaf. A lot of florists like to use their leaf work first, and then they add their flowers. So it's up to you, whatever you like. But for small arrangements, for small foam arrangements, it's nicer to do your leaf work first. And then after that, I'm gonna add my flowers. Whatever color scheme you want to go with, again, you can add your roses, you can add your tulips. You don't want to add a large flower just because your vase is quite small. Proportions do matter in floristry. It's coming together nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like to work with uneven numbers when it comes to arranging flowers. It's a tradition that's been in floristry for many generations. In Europe, it's still followed, so we do the same. All right. These cute things are called astelbes. They're one of my favorite add-ons to all arrangements because they just give it a little something. Again, I have 3 astelbes here. I think I'm going to go with 5, an uneven number. And that should be enough. Now I'm going to add a little bit of color. Just a couple of pink roses, or maybe even pink spray roses. I like to do spray roses because spray roses have different level stems, and you can detach these, you can cut these and use them separately in a small arrangement like this one. So here's one more and one more. It's already starting to look really cute. And remember, no vase. So this is a little bit chunky. Again, I'm going to separate them. Make them smaller and then use them in sides. So I was going for a soft look, kind of a soft pink, a little bit of white and some green, and I think we've achieved that. But I'm going to add a few other things. I always like to have a point of interest when I do an arrangement, and I think these berries are so cute. I absolutely love them. Something a little different and something that gives a little je ne sais quoi in your arrangement. Voila. I'm going to check all around. It looks really cute. This is a fabulous little arrangement to put on your dinner table for 2 or for 4 and impress your guest or your guests with the very little that you had to work with. And look at what you created. Few flower stems, a foam oasis, some leaves and a double-sided tape, and voila. No vase, no problem. I hope you enjoyed today's creative video on how to make a flower arrangement without a vase for your guests, for your breakfast, lunch, or dinner date. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment below and let us know what you thought. Thank you again, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.